In my opinion, Mortal Kombat 12 has a lot to live up to and is NetherRealms' most important game yet. Today's video will be just about that. Considering Street Fighter 6 isn't that far away from being released, and Tekken 8 coming out next year, there will be a lot of competition for NetherRealms to compete with. And for them to live up to this competition, I think they have to release not only the best NetherRealm game, but maybe even the best Mortal Kombat game yet. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and if you enjoy this video, go and check out some other videos I made. If there's anything you want to see me cover in a video, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, and if I make a video about it, I'll give you a shout out. And don't forget to check out my new Twitch as well. With all that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Before we get into Mortal Kombat 12, we need to talk about NetherRealms' last game, Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 has a lot of things wrong about it, and a lot of flaws. And look, I'm by no means saying it's a bad game. I have the Platinum Trophy to the game, so I don't hate the game. It's personally one of my favorite Mortal Kombats. But look, I will be the first one to say there's so much wrong with this game. We would be here all day if I was going to talk about everything that was wrong with the game, and that's an entire video of itself, so I'm just going to cover what I think are the most important points to go over. I will not be talking about the story throughout this video, since that would take forever to go through my points, and it's a whole video itself, except for the retcons. This is the only thing story-wise I'm going to discuss in this video. Retcons can ruin the story of the game, and don't get me wrong, retcons can be really useful and give changes to the story, but no retcon in Mortal Kombat 11 is good. Can you imagine being a fan of a character, researching their story and their motivations and goals in the story, and then the next game gets rid of that and retcons that character into something they're not? Well, guess what? You don't have to imagine that, because that's in Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 also just blatantly forgets characters and doesn't even tell us where they are. Like, where's Smoke? Where's Striker? Where's Reptile? Where's Ermac? Where are all the rest of the characters? Like, Jade just appears in Mortal Kombat 11 as if she hadn't been absent in Mortal Kombat X and was just there all along. Like, a lot of the retcons don't even make sense half the time. The most frustrating one, aside from Sindel's, is how this game handled gods. Like, Raiden isn't a god, he's a demigod, even though he's been a full god since 1992? Elder gods can be killed, even though in just the last game it was established they can't? Kronika is above the One Being, even though the One Being is what started the universe and time itself? What? I'm not going to go too in depth about Sindel's retcon, since many other YouTubers have talked about that, and I don't want to repeat what others have talked about. But did they do this to Sindel's characterization because they thought the fans thought that Sindel was boring and they did this to make her interesting? The only retcon I think is okay is Scarlet's. Scarlet's original backstory of being a creation by Shao Kahn is already Ermac's backstory, and I think her new one makes her a bit more unique, even though it's completely out of Shao Kahn's character to bring in a starving peasant into his army. I also don't like how a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat 11 were wasted, like Cyrax, and how they made Noob and Scarlet jobbers, even though we haven't seen them since 2011. If there's anything I want to see in Mortal Kombat 12, it's if there has to be retcons, at least make it make sense. What I think is very important to a Mortal Kombat game is the aesthetic, especially with the character designs. In my opinion, the best way to present a character and to give someone an idea of what that character is supposed to be is to have a simple design. When you have a character that is overly designed and overly detailed, it can ruin that character, and let's be honest, if you were a new player who never played any Mortal Kombat, would you really pick a character that looks like this? In my opinion, there are a few exceptions like Mortal Kombat 9 Scorpion, but Mortal Kombat 11 has a big problem with this. A lot. And I mean a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat 11 are either overtly detailed, overtly designed, or overly armored. As you can see here, these are the worst offenders. This is why the older character designs work so much better, because they tell you everything you need to know about the character. It's why the Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3 skins are arguably the best skins in all of Mortal Kombat. Which of these two designs tell you more about the character? Don't even lie, you know you'd pick the first. I don't even know what some of these designs are supposed to be, like What is this biker geared looking Nightwolf supposed to be? Anyone who is a fan of any character with this problem is going to pick their classic designs because that's the one that looks like the character. The fact that Spawn, a guest character, has a better selection of skins than a classic character like Cabal is so frustrating. Cabal doesn't even have a classic looking skin. The only thing that resembles a classic Cabal is this weird meatloaf looking Cabal. You only have the option for a classic looking Cabal in the mobile game. Like, imagine being a Katana fan like me, but all of her skins in the game were her armored up Revenant design. I don't even know if I would have played her at all in this game. Thankfully, there are a few exceptions like Raiden. Most of his skins are pretty good and represent the character. Rain also has the good skins, but it's not good that he's a DLC character and he has the best skins. Mortal Kombat 12 is NetherRealms' most important game to date. We as Mortal Kombat fans don't want to see these retcons and don't like when skins like this take up slots that could go to really good and better skins. Mortal Kombat 11 was the best selling game in the franchise, and I have no doubt Mortal Kombat 11 will be able to top that game in terms of sales. But I think Mortal Kombat 12 and NetherRealm will have to do a lot to be able to make a vast improvement over Mortal Kombat 11. Now that we've went over the flaws of their last game, we will now go over what they can do to make an improvement for Mortal Kombat 12. One thing I can see NetherRealm improving from their customization of the last game is no repeat skins just in different colors, if you know what I mean. What I think makes the most sense is, instead of making 40 skins for each character just all different colors of the same skin, is to add skins that already exist. I think that's kind of obvious to do. Like Johnny Cage, for example. Instead of just different colors of the same skins, let's have Mortal Kombat 1 Johnny Cage, Deadly Alliance Johnny Cage, Armageddon, Mortal Kombat 9, and the alternate Mortal Kombat 9 Johnny Cage. And Mortal Kombat X, let's have things that already exist. Liu Kang can have his Mortal Kombat 4 skin, a zombie skin, a ghost skin like his spirit from Deception, and a hornbuckle skin. This all just makes sense. You can do the same thing with the gear system of the game. Another thing I think NetherRealm can improve on is the gameplay and the Fatal Blow system. I'm not going to go too in depth about this because I've already talked about this in a previous video, but let's just replace the Fatal Blow system with the meter system from Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X. It's just better, let's be honest. Maybe you can keep the crushing blow mechanic because I think that's one of the better new gameplay mechanics introduced in Mortal Kombat 11. But I think whether you are a casual or a competitive player, I think we can all agree that the breakaway system should never ever come back. You get punished for your successful read and your successful counter, and that is so frustrating and just shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't get punished for something you did right. And one last thing is just the currency of the game. I don't really know what else to call it, but why can't you use the coins, souls, or hearts for something that isn't just the crypt, or some tower in Towers of Time? That's 3 currencies you can only use in the crypt and Towers of Time, and the time crystals are so scarce to get because NetherRealm wants you to buy them with your own money from the microtransactions when you can only use them to buy things from the online store, which will actually have things you want, and it might not even have that since it changes every 24 hours of a pool of a few items. And one last thing to end off, I think Ranton, YouTuber, I'll put his channel in the description, put the currency thing the best, and I'll play it here.
WB's monetization philosophy is probably something like, wir haben uns ein Ziel gestellt und verfechten es fanatisch, rücksichtslos bis ins Grab hinein.
So that's about it. If you agree with any of my points or disagree, make sure to put it down in the comments below. If you have anything you want to see me cover in a video, make sure to put it down in the comments below, and if I make a video about it, I'll give you a shout out. And if you enjoyed this video, go check out some of my other videos. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and follow my Twitch. It helps this channel way more than you would imagine. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you.